Welcome to the very first episode of the Just Day Detecting show. On today's episode, we do a spot of beach metal detecting. We also metal detect our way along a bush track between two house ruins. And we do some bush detecting around a former farm from the 1940s. But first, let's do some beach detecting. I'll see you over there. Well, I've got a high 50s, low 60s target there. It's fairly deep as well. Right there. Fortunately, this sand is not the greatest for digging, so just bear with me for a second. Right, I've got it out somewhere here. We've got ourselves some scrap lead. I'll take it. Well, that's a nice low 50s target there. Well, there she is. That is a 10-cent piece. Sweet. Well, we've got a shallow mid-70s target. Yep. Get ourselves a nice dollar coin. We've got an interesting high 60s, mid-70s target here. There it is. Looks like we got ourselves $2 coin. We've got a pretty rough sounding target down here in this crack. Not saying that. Oh, there it is. A couple of sinkers. We've got a pretty big something right there. It's definitely not going to be a coin. Is. Oh, we got ourselves a toy car. That's a cool one. That's pretty sweet sounding. With the high 70s target there. It's going to be somewhere down in there. We got ourselves a spike of some description. We got a pretty nice sounding mid to high 70s target here. Somewhere just in here. Oh, there it is. We got a very green $2 coin. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a particularly rough metal detecting experience. For a bit of context, I had to walk 1.6 kilometers up the beach and then 1.6 kilometers back. But in the first 1.6, I only found $2 coin and then nothing on the way back. And then I actually found, I did some gridding where I first started detecting, and that's where I found the rest of the coins and a couple of sinkers and the spike in the rocky area at the very end of the beach. Let's move on and do some bush detecting around a farm from the 1940s. I'll see you over there. We're doing a spot of metal detecting today at, I think it's a pretty interesting location. Now, back in the 1940s, this used to be farmland, and I believe specifically it was an orchard. Now, you can see we've got these sort of dips or rows in the side of the bank here. This is where they would have planted their trees and had their orchard growing. Now, I'm expecting somewhere up on this hill for there to be a farmhouse or some sort of building. And because of that, I brought my small coil, but I've been sort of swinging around and there's next to no iron here, so I'm gonna have my work cut out for me with the smaller coil. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. All right, I've got a pretty nice sounding shallow low 60s target. Right, so I'm fairly sure we've got ourselves a coin, so I can see the edge of it right there. Yep, we got ourselves, whoops, we have ourselves a 50-cent piece all the way out here in the bush. We got a nice low 60s target there, somewhere just in here. Oh, look, that's a good sign. Oh yeah, that's cool. Now this is a good sign that there's a house site just here somewhere. Ah, love finding forks. Well, there's a sweet little target there. Mid to low 50s. Very deep either. Oh, there it is. That is a bullet. And it's hit something hard as well, look at that. Oops. Yeah, that's a kind of cool find. I like finding bullets. I've been detecting my way up this hill and I just spotted something. I think it's interesting anyway. Let's have a look. Looks like it's blue. Yep, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. So it was a marble, which means kids were playing up here at some point. I think marbles stopped being popular sort of in the 90s. I know I used to play with these when I was a kid, but kids these days more into video games and whatnot. It's a cool find though, I love it. Well, not far away from where I found the last marble, I found another one. There it is. it's in pretty good condition as well. It's what we used to call a cat's eye when I was a kid. It was the least desirable marble. This one's got a nick in it as well. It's a nice find, I'll take it. I got a pretty iffy target there. It's a good size though. I don't think that's going to be a coin. Right there. It is a coin, look. There's a 10-cent piece. Was not expecting that. It's a pretty interesting location, that one. For context, I never did end up finding the house site on that location. I'm positive it exists. That fork that I found is a good indication that there definitely is a house there somewhere in that location. But I think I probably need to do a little more research on that spot. For now, we're going to head over and do a spot of bush detecting along a track between two house sites. I'll see you over there. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm heading out to do some metal detecting around a couple of locations that I've been to a few times in the past. To be honest with you, they've been detected to death, but there is a section around these spots that I don't think has been detected yet. I'm talking about these sorts of spots, trails. Now, these two houses that I'm going to, or house ruins, have fairly significant trails leading between them. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to metal detect along the trail from one house to the next, and hopefully we'll pick up on some cool items along the way. Got a bit of a walk ahead of me, so let's get stuck into it. Right, we've made it to the location. This is one of the house ruins that I was talking about earlier. Now, what you can see is we've got these tracks or gullies, I guess you call them. Leads all the way down to the bottom and then all the way back up to the hill to where the other house ruin sits. Now, like I said earlier, we're going to detect these trails, see if we can find anything cool. Let's get going. Right, first target of the day on this track. It's pretty solid 61. I dare say that's going to be a pull tab. I can see it just there. Yep, that's all right. We'll probably dig a few more of these, although I'll probably start avoiding those sounding targets pretty quickly. I've actually got a pretty good... it's a bit scratchy now, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just seeing like a really solid 80s target there. Well, that's a coin. What sort of coin is it though? I think there's going to be a 2-cent coin. Yep. Oh well, that's the first coin I've ever found in this spot. No complaints from me. Well, I just hit this amazing mid to high 70s target. Look at that. Good size. What is that? You know what? I am almost positive that is the barrel or the revolving part of a toy cap gun. You can see you've got these little ridges here. I'm almost positive that is off a child's Texas shooter, as they're called. Yeah, nice. So far so good. My trail theory is paying off. Well, I just picked up on a nice mid to high 50s target here. sounds a little bit scratchy when I hit it on certain angles, so might not be anything good. Well, there it is. Yep. There's a washer. Well, we've got to dig them, don't we? I've just found something interesting. Now, I've dug it up. I haven't looked at it yet. There it is there. So this is some sort of, you know what it reminds me of? Like a the dial that you see on the speedo on your car. As you increase or accelerate, that will go up, or something similar. You can see that screws in somewhere. Yeah, that's an interesting item, that one. Never dug something like that before. Well, we've made it to the end of the trail. I'm well and truly ready to head home and grab something fresh to drink. Let's have a look at some of the stuff we found. It's a bit of an average hunt. We've got lots and lots of junk. Wow, I didn't realise I dug quite so many pull tabs. So we found the 2-cent coin, the ring thing, that's kind of interesting. We got this dial thingy, that was, not too sure about that one, that's kind of cool though, I like that. And yeah, the rest is pretty much junk rather. Where's that thingy? Where'd it go? There it is. So I'm fairly sure that is off a kid's cap gun. I'm like 95% sure. So I'm going to call that good. Yeah, not a lot to say about this hunt. Pretty average. Well, that's the end of the very first episode of the Just Jay Detecting Show. If you like this format of video, let me know in the comments section below. In the meantime, you might want to go check out this video over here. I might see you over there.